Hi, g'day, welcome to Smith Hand Forged Knives. Today we're going to be covering basic techniques for forging out the tangs of your knives. Today we're going to do the two basic types of tangs, a full tang, a narrow tang. So come with me and I'll show you these two simple techniques to help you with your forging. Today we're going to be working on the two primary types of tangs. We're going to put a narrow tang on the little bowie that I forged here, and we're going to put a full tang onto the hunter. For the full tang, we will be drawing out and widening. For the narrow tang, we are going to be compressing and stretching. If you're by yourself, the easiest method to set up your shoulders is to use the corner of the anvil.
I use the corner of the anvil to establish the shoulders and the beginning of the tang. I start drawing out the tang and putting in the distal taper. Here I am adjusting the angle of the tang to fit nicely with the handle that I want to put onto it later. Now I'm just ironing out the steel, making sure the taper is neat and even, making sure my lines are straight. Here I'm just readjusting the angle of the tang and squaring it up. What I'm doing here is just squaring up the ricasso as it rests against the heel.
Full tangs.
First I'm going to forge down the front part of the handle before I start drawing it out. Now I'm just forging down the mushrooms, evening up the piece of steel for the tang again.
I'm going to use the same pattern I did when I forged the blade, running along the edges and then down the center.
This will aid in an even distribution of the steel when trying to forge in your taper. You'll notice at this stage, as I forge in the tapered tang and I keep reprofiling the handle slowly gets longer and longer from the short piece of steel we started with. The handle is a bit square and I want to round it off, so I'm going to spend the next few heats just trying to make it nice and neat. Always remember to sweep the fire scale off your anvil. It's a good practice, but I forgot to do it here. I was focusing too much on the video. I'm now putting the heel on the corner of the anvil to sharpen it up and to start straightening the handle. I struggled a little bit making it perfectly round, but it's a small enough job I can just neaten it up on the grinder. The handle has been distorted through all the forging. I'm now going to start profiling it. I'm going to neaten up all my lines. Now for a last few tweaks, just to finish up the profile.